Hi. So, welcome to Willie's American Guitars. It's Strat-O Day. Ooh, I love that. Because it's Saturday, and then I just said, you see what I did? Yeah. So this is cool. This is a 4-bolt neck. So you guys know this, but Fender Strats were a 4-bolt all the way from 54 until late 71. And this is a late 71, and then they went to the 3-bolt neck joint. But more importantly for this guitar is that it's a custom color. In 71, you had to order the custom colors, and it was actually much harder to get a custom color in the early 70s than it was in the early 60s. They were so big by the 70s that it was just hard for them to do it. That makes this unique and even exciting. We had this for sale before, and it had this neck on it. Now, single string tree, which is they did till 72, and then they added a second string tree, so single string tree, original tuners, and the date on the guitar. The trouble with this neck is that it's bowed up. So the neck is bowed. We tried putting some heavyweight strings to do this, to fix this. You probably either pull frets and plane the board, or you might put a heat press on it and try it. There's several ways to do it. But this is the original neck. It's back bowed. It's back bowed pretty bad. The other thing is to put like 15 gauge strings on it and just wait and wait and wait. We decided not to wait. And so we bought this neck. This is an $800 American-made 1960 reissue neck. This will have the clousons on it as opposed to the Fender tuners on the back. But more importantly, this has clousons where these are shorter, little taller. With these shorter ones, it's acting as your string tree and bringing it down at an angle. You may want to put a string tree on there. We can do it for you. It's not hard. It's just a matter of we left it because these are these staggered height tuners that bring it down, right? And just like the Eric Johnson Strat that Fender makes, there's no string tree here, and that makes when you use the tremolo easier, it'll stay in tune better. This is a great neck, nice American made, the frets are all good. And then staggered height magnets. We've talked about this before, but staggered height magnets, they quit doing that in 74. Anything made before 74 will have these staggered height. Why staggered? Because they kind of follow the curvature of the board, and then this G string is up because typically, back in the day, the G string was wound. And you get a prominent G out of it. This is the pickups that so many of your heroes, your guitar heroes, Hendrix, Clapton, yabba yabba yabba, used these type of pickups. These are original gray bottom pickups. I'm going through a Magnetone amplifier. We've got it turned kind of down. These are probably one of the coolest Marshall things. This amplifier, listen to me now, this amplifier has a dummy load on it, so you could unplug the speaker and run a line out to your recording. So you don't need to put that in there. The amp is protected. Otherwise, if you unplug the speaker, the amp overheats and overloads, and there's smoke and tears shut like that. This also has a headphone jack. The only tube amplifier I know that has a headphone jack, so you can practice to yourself by plugging in the headphones. It also sounds like an old Marshall. Okay, and roll that back a little bit. Now, 2 pickups on, middle pickup, bridge pickup. Rating wise, this pickup is rated a bit lower than the other 2. They are, you wouldn't tell. Bridge, middle. Okay, now the 2 here. Neck pickup. all the pickups are really nice. I fear that by the time you see this video, this will be gone, because a custom color 4-bolt Strat is going to be near 20. And this is now priced at 77. It seems like a deal. There's a chance you could also recover this neck. This by itself would have a value. You know this, everybody watching this video, but guitars in parts are worth more than all together. Why? Because people are willing to pay to, you know, if they had an old Strat, they'd pay that much money just for the body, the pickups. Look around, you'll see what I mean. Parts can be more than the whole of the instrument. Speaking of whole instruments, we got another Strat here that is, we kind of feel like this has been here a while. This is a 1972 Strat. Why does that matter? Well, it's got the single string tree, just like our 1971 Strat. It is a 3-bolt, which came, this is a 71, and this is a 71. 71 was the first year they did 3-bolt necks, right? So, this has got that nice rounded feel you get out of late 60s things. It has the staggered height magnets too. They stick up over the top. They're not flat pull, they stagger on and actually, again, follow the curve of the fingerboard. And the G is extended because, again, most people used a wound G before the age of rock and roll. Now this has original pickups. It does not have a 5-way. It still has the 3-way. This has never been altered. These are all the original tuners. This has been monkeyed with, and you look at the pictures online and you'll see there's like this wiring in there. It could be cleaned up. This neck. Sorry about that, bad jack. One of those jacks you gotta really push it in. Beautiful sounding guitar. Look at this too. This is in black. That is not a standard color. This is a optional color. Black was optional. And then this is a 1972 at $59.95. Now there's one thing. This, at some point in time, somebody had tried to remove the nut and you had to replace a piece of wood. And the camera's going to come in, and this piece of wood back here, this back here, had been replaced. And if you look on the side, you can see. So that is brilliant work done, but that little tiny piece of wood on there is in place. It's stable. Worse things happen. I mean, there's lots of repairs done to these routes and things like that. That little detail, that glue will probably hold better than the wood itself. And this is neat. So here we go. This has been here like way too long. What the heck? Now, the frets are a little low on this. You may have to refret it. We would refret it. It's about $400 to lay in frets over this, and it would play better. So there you have it, but still, at the price this is for a guitar that's straight with a 3-way, not a 5-way, no monkey business in here, no routes, all original. This is a cool guitar. So there we go. That is 2 really cool Strats, and this is my Strat video, and this is me saying goodbye and thank you.